Hi guys! So I thought I'd do my March favorites because we're wrapping up February, and I thought I'd kind of do it with some old standbys. So something that I use all the time I'm going to include and just say this is like a standby because I always say, oh, I'm not going to include it. I use it every month, but then I feel like I'm ignoring it too. So to begin with, I'm going to start with face products real quick. Um, For one, a standby is my foundation, which is Rimmel Match Perfection in 330 Sand. But I just really like the coverage of this, and I found that the SPF 18 doesn't reflect really bad in pictures or anything like that. So if I want lighter coverage, I'm going to pick up a moisturizer for my face and just mix it together because it does have medium to thicker coverage. So I feel like just adding a tint to or a moisturizer will turn it more into a lighter coverage. For my concealers, I've been using the Revlon Colorstay concealer in medium. This is just where I use it on my redness, my breakouts, or my nose kind of thing. I've been using Benefit's Erase Paste number 2 under my eyes, and I started using my finger with this just to help it blend in better and not quite be so thick. And then for eye products that I've added semi recently, after I do my erase paste, I do the foundation, and I go and use Clinique's airbrush concealer. This is in neutral fair. It's super light to my skin, but it's one of these that I just use it near my under eyes and I pat it in, and it just helps brighten that area without making it too much. And then I use Girl Meets Pearl, and I dab that over to help add like a reflective shimmer kind of. It helps bounce the light off and make your dark under eye circles look less dark. And then over top that, I use MAC's Truth and Light, and this is their Magically Cool Liquid Powder. So it's got kind of a feeling to it of like cool liquid. I don't know how to explain it. But I've been using this with my... I don't see my brush, which is really strange because it's always like right here. I just use it with kind of this sort of brush, but a bigger one, like my powder brush. And I use that to smooth it on just under my eyes. Sometimes if I'm being quick or want a more luminous appearance, I dust it everywhere. But usually I use my Rimmel Stay Matte because I do get oily, especially like through here I've noticed. And my chin and stuff, and I set it instead with the Rimmel Stay Matte, which is in Sandstorm. Pretty much all of these are like my go-to favorites. Sonia Kashuk, this is the Warm Tan Undetectable Cream Bronzer. I use this as a base for my contouring, so I use it in those areas. And then over top I use MAC's Harmony Powder, which I actually need to pick one up pretty soon. Look at that. It's crazy. It's probably the first MAC product I'll run out of. It's definitely the first one I hit pan on. And then for highlight, I always use Benefit Watts Up as a base for the cream. I like using creams and then using powders on top to help them sit, especially because I am more of an oily skin type. I love Dior's Amber Diamonds. It's usually what I use to highlight. Sometimes I'll use MAC's Vanilla Pigment. Sometimes I'll use a different, but that's pretty much my go-to. And then my setting spray is usually Urban Decay. One of the Urban Decay setting sprays, either All Nighter, long lasting, or the De-Slick makeup setting spray for oil control. So kind of depending what I feel like I need it to do or what I reach for first sometimes. And then for eyes, some of my go-tos, and then we'll go into less go-to things. I use Color Tattoo. Here it is. 24-hour Color Tattoo, barely branded, usually as my base. This is part of the metallics, but any of the beigey type things. And this just adds an extra primer on my eye to help things really stay. My go-to gel liner is L'Oreal Blackest Black gel liner. It's way better than the Maybelline, I think. I think it's way better than even the Bobbi Brown. I like it better than MAC. I like this the best out of every kind of gel liner I've tried. And then for my liquid liner, I definitely love Physicians Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eye Serum in Ultra Black. And I love this because of how thin the brush is. It's just like the thinnest thing ever. So I can get a really natural line. I can build it up to make it more unnatural. And it also has a really good, like, yeah, it resists false lashes. I really love the individuals from Revlon. This one's almost empty, but this is the new packaging, so it's harder to show kind of what they look like. But they're just wispies, and they come in short, medium, and long. And then I feel like there's one other go-to. I can't really say mascara is a go-to, but I will go over my favorites currently. L'Oreal Lash Out in Blackest Black, and that's the butterfly one. This one I've been using, and I really love it. I love it even more than the Maybelline Falsies Flared, which is what I used to love. I love this one way more, and I think when I run out of this one or it dries, I'm just going to go get it and repurchase it in the waterproof. So I really like this one if I'm going to repurchase it that quickly. On my lower lashes, I've just been using the Rocket Volume Express. I like it because it's got short bristles on the brush, so it seems really good at getting in there and not feeling like I'm going to create more of a mess, because I do tend to be really messy. For eyes, I've been loving some new things, some old things. I guess I'd say one of the old new things is two palettes from Urban Decay that came out from the Great and Powerful Oz, and it's particularly certain colors that I really love. This one's Broken. It's like a light buttery cream white. Illusion, which is sort of like a really lightened peach, and I just love the sheen of it. I don't know how to explain it. It's not just a neutral, it's a neutral eye, but it makes it look really great. I believe this one's West, and this one's, ooh, now I'm not gonna remember. Beware. The lighter one is Beware, and the darker one's West. So I use West in my inner crease, or outer, in my crease. There we go. I was just trying to add something on there. I use that on my crease and lower lash line. And then I use Beware in my crease as more of a subtle contour. So I love those colors, and they're a combination of both palettes, the Theodora one and the other one. Then I've been reaching again for my Naked 2 palette a lot. I always reach for this. It never fails. I've been loving smoky eyes and natural eyes. That's kind of the two things I've been going for, not really colors yet, and I'm hoping with spring I get like inspired to do more colors. But I love the darkest shade, Blackout, which is literally just a black, and I really love Verve and Pistol, which are these two cool colors. So, but I love this whole palette. So that one's a favorite, and I still love my Naked 3 palette. I didn't use it quite as much, or I didn't feel like it was as prominent, which is weird because I still did tons of makeup looks with it, but I guess in the last week or two I haven't really reached for it a ton. I've used it a bit here and there, but it's one of those, it's got more pink tones, and I think I'll really love it going into spring even more. I looked up old videos and kind of was looking at old things I used to do for looks. Today was one of them that I kind of took from it, and it's using the Extra Dimensions from MAC. These are the first time they came out. These were colors from that, because now when they come out, I don't have one near me, but they're small. They're like the normal size MAC now. Oh my god. Just keep dropping it. I guess I can kind of show you close to these. These are the normal size MAC shadows. And then these are the extra dimension sizes. So now they've changed these to be this size, so way smaller. And they're the same price as when these launched, and they were way bigger. So I think it's because they were so popular that honestly, I think they just made them smaller because they could, and they knew people would still pay more for them. And I have 5 of the original colors, but the 3 I love reaching for that are on my eye now, which I feel like I should maybe show you guys a little close up. And maybe I could link the video down if I remember. This is Modern Pewter, which is like a pewter shade. Havana, which is more like a bronze shade. And Dark Dare, which is just a black. Woo! Oh! That's never happened before, and it popped out. Weird. Yeah, so I've never had that happen before, but now it does. Probably because it must have been one of the ones I just dropped. So I like this, and I'll probably, well, I was planning on using this to travel with. I probably still will, but as just a black. Instead of taking my whole Naked 2 palette for that blackout shade, I would use this one instead. But anyways, I really love the finish on these. You can see just holding it, I got smudges. They're really pigmented, really smooth, and the finish like of these is just like, this one's like extra sheeny and beautiful. Okay, and then the very last palette I wanted to mention that has now disappeared. Oh really, it was like right there. Did I drop it? I drop everything else. It's possible. This is my life. Oh, it's next to me. Okay, Sonia Kashuk, and this one is a limited edition palette too, but it's the Moroccan one. If she comes out with anything else like this, I would definitely pick it up and recommend it. But I used a lot of these. I tend to use this one, which is the nude, and you can tell, and the really dark shade as like a neutral eye. And then I use this one in my inner corner today, and it's super shimmery, just like the most gorgeous shimmery shade ever. Look at that. Okay. And then this one's pretty. I just never use it because it's sort of a cool toned brown, and I sometimes will use it in my crease. Sometimes I won't. But I really love that one. And for cheeks, I only have one. It's the Maybelline Master Glaze Blush Stick. I'm still in love with this. And I got it like towards the end of last month, and I've just been using it and using it and using it. If I'm like unsure what to do, I tend to reach to this. I've actually started making myself just pick a few MAC blushes that I thought would go with whatever my look was, so I didn't reach for this. But I love the color. It's just a really neutrally perfect pink. And it's just pinched pink, if I didn't say. For lip products, I have quite a few that range. And to start, I'll do nudes to darkest. So RImmel Show Off Lip Lacquer in Nude Eclipse. This is what I have on my lips right now. And it's just, I love this formula. I also have it in not apocalyptic. Now I'm going to have to look. I always do this to myself because I don't think I'm going to need to look. And then I do Stellar, which is way different looking, obviously. But I love the formula, and the nude is obviously easier for me to wear. I'm planning on possibly wearing this for my birthday. I'm going to do 2 lip looks, a day and a night. And it's funny because I'm thinking of doing this one at night so I can do a smoky eye, and during the late day doing more bright lips. So I don't know, I like it. It does have a bit of a concealer effect on my lips, but because of it's really because of the finish on it, I like it. If you guys can see, it's got some sheen like you would expect a lacquer to have. And then Revlon Color Burst Lacquer Balm in Demure. This has just been a go-to lip. This with the Maybelline Glaze cheek color. If I do something with my eye and I'm not sure what else I want to do, I've been like just grabbing these, and they're just good pairings because they just enhance what I already have for pink tones going on. That was really obnoxious. And then forgot about these in a way. I haven't used them. It's not so much I forgot, I just haven't been using them. I have the Rose Eclat one, and then this one, number 9. I forget what it's called, but it's like the really true red. And I'm going to wear this for sure on my birthday as probably the day look, I'm thinking, for the bright lips. It's just a really beautiful, true, romantic, classic red, and they've got the gloss, and it's how you use these is you do a really thin layer as kind of a stain, then you can do a second layer to build up the color, and then if you want a really rich color, you do a third. So you can kind of just leave it as a stain, you can do it as kind of a muted, maybe not muted, but a more sheer gloss look, or you can do it as fully gloss lips, opaque. And then another thing that I really loved is I did my black vampy lips, and I just loved them. I used Urban Decay Zero as a lip liner, basically. If I can, I will get Dark Moth by MAC one day. But for now, I just do the eyeliner around the outside of my lips anyway, so it's not like I'm ingesting a large degree amount of black eye makeup. And then I'm using Wet n Wild's Vamp It Up as the shade, just because it's the darkest lipstick I could find in the drugstore that was really cheap. I wasn't sure I was going to love the look. It's kind of drying, so if I can find a really good lipstick in a dark color like this, I will. Then I use the RImmel Stay Glossy in Black Diva on top. So it just makes a really opaque black lip. And I will link that video below too, if I can think to remember. I always say that and then sometimes I forget. So that is all my makeup products. Woo! So there was a lot of standbys, but like most of the new stuff is going to be the colored stuff I just showed you, or the eyeshadow. All that stuff was like what I can actually consider like a March favorite, because I go in between using certain things and using other things. For some of my other just random favorites that I kind of picked up along the way, I wanted to say I just love headbands lately, like Charlotte Russe. This one's an actual like metal headband with spikes, and I love it. I've been loving studs for quite some time. And then also the wrap ones, like this one is from Charlotte Russe also, but just anything like headband, hair details I really like. I'm excited I got new extensions coming in the mail, because these are just like super old, getting worn out. For my face, I've been using a couple new things. I started breaking out and feeling like my skin wasn't very good. This isn't a good representation of my skin after using these either, because it's been getting bad again. And I might consider getting a full size of these. Fremont, the Feeling Beautiful Facial Polishing Mask in Charcoal and Dark Sugar. So I pop this on when I'm in the shower, and you just spread it on and leave it on for 7-10 minutes, I think it says, or something. I just do it while I'm doing something else, and then you scrub it in because it's got the black sugar polish in it. You spread it on until it basically just dissolves, and then you rinse your face. And so I've been doing that for like my deep cleansing kind of thing, and then after I do that, because I usually shower at night, I've been putting on this, which is a facial sleep mask with honeydew and chamomile. Hydrates and smooths. So I would usually say this is not for oily skin, but after doing my deep cleansing, I feel like if I use this and then sleep and just wash my face normally in the morning, it feels so much smoother, so much more moisturized, but it doesn't just get greasy, and it's an overnight, so you're washing it off, it's not staying on your face. I really feel like these just make my skin feel good, and like I feel like it'd be good to use them on a night that the next day I'm not going to be wearing makeup, so that my skin can just like soak and feel it, and then wash my face in the morning, and then just not put anything on to like wreck it in a way. But that's kind of those. This one's a really random one, but I seen somebody else do it in their video, and I was like, oh, I have that and I like love it. But it is Summer Eve. So it's in Delicate Blossom, but it's a cleansing wash for sensitive skin in your ladylike areas. And it smells so pretty. I would use this all over if it wasn't so much more expensive than just plain body wash. But it's just really good smelling and really feminine smelling, and it makes you feel like that extra little bit of clean and prettified. Then the other thing is John Frieda Frizzy's Moisture Barrier Firm Hold Hairspray. I forgot. I did not realize how much I love this stuff. I swear I always forget. I went to pick it up, I think, and I didn't see it. Yeah, because I went to Walgreens and I could not find this. They didn't have it either in stock or they didn't have a place for it. But I ended up picking up instead L'Oreal Paris Lock-It Weather Control Hairspray. So I'm thinking Moisture Barrier, Weather Control, Anti-Frizz, Extra Strong Hold, Firm Hold. You know, I was thinking this would be compatible. This is one that I used it today, like if I put my hair up and just need that tiny bit of like stay down, behave. This is perfect. I sometimes use this after I curl my hair all over. This is okay. But for me, when I curl my hair, what I do is I spray hairspray on my hair, brush the area I'm about to curl, and then wrap it around. So it has hairspray on it already. Otherwise, it does not hold curl, and it doesn't even want to wrap around the thing and stay. I get like tons of like hair sticking out at random spots, but this helps it just wrap around the curling iron really nice and hold the curl. So I have to have this, or else I haven't found anything that really competes in the way that it helps me curl my hair to begin with. And it also holds it really well, obviously. But I think that's everything. But I will talk to you all later, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I tried to make this one a little bit more inclusive of everything instead of, oh, I'm not sure. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.